When I'm away from you, I'm happier than ever. Wish I could explain it better. I wish it wasn't true. Give me a day or two.
Welcome to Neptuna Tarot. My name is Cassidy, and I am so grateful if you clicked onto this video today. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. So the topic we are going to be covering is advice for dealing with your toxic parent or parents. This can be caretakers, okay? Parent, caretaker, whatever it may be. This is just advice on how to deal with the situation. I might kind of look into why this person is so toxic, what's going on here, just to kind of give you some insight, some clarity, confirmation, and then we'll go ahead and just jump right into advice. Okay, so let's jump right in here. Pile number 1, you guys shuffled Tower. It says isolation, authority, official buildings, loneliness, ego, government. Dun dun dun. Pile number 2, you guys shuffled Tree. Health, growth, spiritual, vitality, karma from the past. Alright. And finally, pile number 3, you guys shuffled Clover. I know this one's kind of darker. Luck, gambling, opportunity, chance, hope, small happiness. So as always, I do a 30-second meditation, give you guys a better view of the cards, give you some more time to decide which pile is for you. If you're still needing some assistance, check in the description box below. You can find a lot of things in there, ways to get in touch with me for personal readings, music that I've made, and also you can find songs that I shuffle for every pile, which can help give you direction on which pile is for you. Alright guys, that's all the announcements I have. I will go ahead and see you at your pile. Bye.
Wish I could explain it better. I wish it wasn't true. Give me a day or two to think of something better, to write myself a letter, to tell me what to do. Misunderstood. Made all my moments your own. Just fucking leave me alone.
Hi there, pile number 1s. You guys chose the Tower card. Isolation, authority, official buildings, loneliness, ego, government. I just want to say I've been wanting to do this reading for a long time, and I really hope that the messages are useful. I hope that they're helpful. I just hope that they resonate with you, and it's something that you can really take into your daily life, okay? Like, that's what I'm setting my intention for. This is going to be a difficult reading, you know, I think not only for me as a reader, but for you guys as the listener. And just keep an open mind, you know, we all have different caretakers. We all have different experiences growing up. So just take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it really just isn't sounding like your pile, go ahead, choose another pile, see if there's some messages for you there, okay? So just to get started here, I'm getting a very icky feeling. I am getting just a very cunning, it's like a cunning energy, strategic energy, okay? This is somebody who, what makes this person so toxic? Like, that's really what I'm asking here. So that's what I'm trying to get information, confirmation for you guys on. And what makes this person so freaking toxic here is, I really truly believe the biggest root issue is their ego. Their ego is massive. But it does kind of feel like it could have something to do with narcissism. Like, take it if it resonates, because I do get a sense that this person sees themselves in one way very often, but I feel like that way, which is this queen rising, this is how they see themselves. I think that this is how they want to be seen, okay? This is how this person wants to be seen, as this queen rising. And it doesn't matter the gender. This could be a father, mother, parent, non-binary parent, which, you know, this could be somebody who just desperately needs praise, okay? This is somebody who needs praise. They need to be in the spotlight. They just need attention. This is somebody who possibly did not get enough attention as a child. So just, even, I know it says queen rising, like, don't get too caught up on the gender here, but it's just somebody who wants to be seen in a very high light, in a very royal, regal manner, okay? Like, somebody who just really wants to be looked at as a leader. I'm hearing as somebody with all the answers, somebody with all the information. They want to be viewed as incredibly intelligent. They also want to be shown, they want to be shown to the public as very generous, okay? But I find it funny, this was at the bottom of the deck, you know, it is in reverse, and while we have thief underneath there. So what I was getting is, this is somebody who might give money, but then there's a lot of resentment, or there's strings attached that come with them financially assisting. But in their mind, they're doing it because they're very generous. Notice the sarcasm, okay? Because they're truly just doing this in order to, what's the word? Boost their ego. They're boosting their ego by telling themselves they're so generous, they're so benevolent, oh, they're so giving, they're so, you know, it's strange, but, you know, with this carless here, we have no car, repo car issues. I mean, this was the first one that came out, and I was like, come on. That doesn't make somebody toxic, right? That doesn't make, not having a car isn't what makes somebody toxic. But what I'm seeing here is that this could be somebody who, this could be a parent who struggled. They struggled, especially I feel like to get around, to travel, transportation. Oh, it's reminding me of a reading I just did recently, and I just kept hearing the song, Going the Wrong Way on a One-Way Track. And it's like a Janae Aiko song. If you know it, you know it. It's on the Chilumbo album. But it's almost like this person is so obsessed with their image, their ego, in presenting themselves a certain way, that the reality is like they're having issues, whether it's car issues, financial issues. It's just that this person isn't doing as well as I think that this person likes to present themselves, or the way that they are seeing themselves, like through this weird lens, right? Because the truth is, I think that this person is incredibly insecure, and they use their ego, to protect themselves. They constantly tell themselves they're better than they are in order to kind of repress that insecurity. So this could have also been a parent who, with the car list, like I'm hearing they really struggled to get you places. So if you needed to be somewhere at a certain time, whether it was for, I'm hearing like dance classes, after school programs, just to the dentist, to the doctor's office is what I'm getting as well. It's like there was always some kind of issue when it came to transportation. This could have also put you in a position where even when you were getting older, you could have found yourself in a position, even at 16 or something, where it's like everyone around you might be getting cars from parents, but you're not the kind of person. And I know that that's not like a toxic trait on the parent. That's just financial circumstance. That doesn't mean that this person is toxic, but you have to remember who we're dealing with. We're dealing with this egomaniac here. And so I don't know, and I also was getting a very strategic, icky feeling that makes me just kind of feel like this person was so self-obsessed, so self-focused, that they never really thought about giving to you as the child. Okay, so like as the person that they're supposed to show up for, they're supposed to like take places you need to go, you're supposed to provide, you're supposed to focus on your needs. So I feel like there was a lot of times when your needs weren't being met, and I do feel like it's because this person had different priorities. Like this person was very focused on themselves and like making themselves feel better. It was never about you, it was always about them. And I feel like that's really what makes them so toxic. It's not about them being poor, if they struggle financially. It's not about that. It's about the fact that even being financially unstable, they were unable to support you, and I think that they prioritized different things, like things that were not important, things that were only important to making them feel better in that moment. Okay, like I'm getting a lot of immaturity is what I'm getting. A lot of immaturity here. And what's really weird here is with this giving money, I do kind of feel like this person would do this as like public offers, right? Like they would kind of try to make it known, like, oh, I'm such a generous person, I would give you my last $20, which is not very generous, especially it's it's codependent because now that person doesn't have any money at all, right? Like the parent giving you the last finance, like it's not really showing that there's boundaries. It's not really showing that there's a responsibility of self that's neglected. But what I was getting with this, with the giving money, it's like I feel like this person was nicer to strangers. I feel like this caretaker was nicer, more generous to literal strangers, like literal people that this person didn't even know, but it's almost like they saw them as their subjects, right? They saw them as people that can lift them up, boost them up. And it's really sad because as their child, I feel like this person felt like you were only taking from them. Because they had to give to you, because they had to support you, it's almost like they feel resentment because they feel like all you ever did was take. When the reality is they made that commitment when they decided to have you as their child. And they needed to step up to that commitment, show up for you. It's not your fault at all. You don't owe your parents anything. Okay? And I think that this person very much makes you feel like they did you favor by just being there in your life for if they did help you out in different times in your life, if they did support you growing up, if they changed your diapers, did your laundry. It's like they feel resentment for that. They feel like you just took from them. And it's like they look at strangers as opportunities, as people who can give to them. So it's almost like they're nicer to strangers. They're nicer to the people that they can schmooze, and that the people that they can also trick, right? The people that they can put this false mask over their face and present themselves as being this queen rising, and really just trick these people into thinking that they are this person. And it's really, like I said, it's giving me an icky feeling because we have this moves in silence. So it's like I feel a lot of passive aggression. This could have been somebody who, like I said, they carry a lot of resentment towards you as their child for almost taking from them, right? And so it's like I feel like this was never addressed. If it was addressed, it was very passive. It was very casual. It was in passing. It's like something that they didn't want you to catch on to, but they definitely feel that way. Because remember, they still want everybody to see them in this way. So I feel like they do also wish that you saw them as a queen, right? As someone to serve, as someone to praise, as someone to look up to. But so that's why I feel like they keep so much of their truth to themselves. I feel like you don't know the real version of this person. Strangers, other people, acquaintances, friends, family, they don't know this person. They don't know the real person. I think that this person keeps their shadow very hidden, and it's almost like you have to have almost lived with them, right? Like as their child, you almost had to have had so much time and experience, or I guess, let me switch that. You must have had so much experience over time with this person to really pick up on what is going on here. Running. I think that this person, this parents, maybe it was both of them, they were incredibly, incredibly immature. And I think that they ran from their problems instead of really going deep to find the root, to find the cause. Why do I feel this way? Why do I feel so much resentment? Why do I feel so much repression? Why do I get triggered when people don't put me on a pedestal is also what I'm getting from this person. And I think that a lot of the times when things get hard, this person runs. Okay, this person runs away, and it's a neglectful, self-centered, coward energy. And I think it also does come from a place of control. We have surrender. I can release my need to control. I do feel like this person could have been controlling, especially with their children, because I feel like they want to present in one way, and so children aren't always going to present in that way that you want them to present, right? It's like the royal family or something. Like, this person thinks you guys are the royal family, and everybody needs to play their part and like show up in a specific way that pleases them, that puts them on that pedestal, that kind of proves that their narrative is correct, when I think this person is way off and they need a lot of reflection. But yes, going back to this control, they could have been very controlling, especially I'm hearing behind closed doors, moves in silence. Like, I feel like this is somebody who acts very intelligent and relaxed, but the truth is they're very, very controlling. With this tower here also, I just kind of get an energy of you guys could have had a very unstable foundation. It could have been a location as well. Like, you could have had where you didn't stay in one place very long, just the tower. But it's almost like I just get a sense of chaos. There was a general sense of chaos in the home. It always felt like things were falling apart. It always felt like things were chaotic. And it also it could have made you fear change, because it almost feels constant. It was just like sudden, it was shocking. Things would just shift and change, especially because this person was so immature and they lacked a lot of accountability, responsibility, maturity, you name it, to the point where things were always falling apart around this person. You understand? It's like things were always falling apart. I think the lesson for you, though, that you did end up learning by, growing up, experiencing this caretaker, the lesson was that you learned how to release control. You said, some things are just out of my control. I surrender. And I'm also hearing another Janae Aiko song, Surrender. But see, that song is kind of giving me, like, the lyrics, it's kind of giving me what this person, like, that's like the world that they live in. That's the way that they want to be seen, is like, I'm hearing, like, the song is like, surrender yourself to me. And there's even lyrics like, I'm a boss bitch, yeah, you don't fuck with me. Like, it's like very egotistical, honestly. So it's interesting. Like, I just feel like this person sees themselves and they just feel like they're so powerful, or like they I don't know, like people should be scared of them, or I don't know, it's so strange. Oh wow, so right away we have the 7 of Swords, okay. So how should my pile ones be dealing with this person? What's the advice? How should my pile ones be dealing with this person? What's the advice? Or people, parents, multiple. Wow, okay. This is crazy, yeah. How should you be dealing with this? The Fool. Oh, I love it. 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 If you know, you know. I'm not gonna elaborate. Okay, we got this one. And that one's hidden. This one was also hidden. Okay. Bottom of the deck. Queen of Pentacles. Yep. Keep your stability. Do not allow this person, this chaos, this tower, things are always falling apart. Do not let that deter you from your stability, from your grounded energy, okay? You're showing up very grounded, very calm, very mature. You're coming through as more mature than this person. I think you know that. I think you're very aware of that. So we started off right away with the Seven of Swords. The fact that the Seven of Swords is lining up with moves in silence, I think that that's actually the exact message Spirit has for you. They want you to move in silence. You have to understand, you are, when you're fighting with this person, or like when you are like communicating with this person, not even fighting, right? When you are communicating with this person, you're not really communicating with them. You're communicating with their ego. Their ego is on 24/7, maybe not 24 hours a day. There could be like, I'm hearing like the time they spend alone. I feel like the isolation, the loneliness, I think that's when that kicks in. Is like when they're alone, that insecurity, that truth, it starts coming out. They start questioning themselves. They start doubting themselves. They start getting insecure. And so you have to remember, like, when this person is presenting themselves to you, so it, like, remember, so sorry, I'm all over the place, but when they are moved out of their isolation bubble, right? So they're in this bubble of like, that's their insecurity. Like they let themselves be insecure when they're alone. But as soon as they interact with any person, they go back to this default setting. They go back to that ego protect me mode where it's like, I don't know, they revert back to that setting. And so you have to remember, when you are communicating with this person, that's who you're communicating with. You're communicating with that egomaniac. You're communicating with somebody who doesn't really care about you, your problems. They also are strategic. There's a strategy here. And I just don't think that somebody who is strategic or someone this insecure should have access to your information. Okay, there's something here about just like keeping things to yourself. There's a sneakiness where it's like, this person wants to be sneaky, passive aggressive. This person doesn't want to show their true self. Then I don't need to do that either. You know, I'm not going to show vulnerability where they have not shown me any vulnerability, right? So I think that one of the messages from Spirit for advice on how to deal with this caretaker parents, move in silence. Be sneaky. It's okay to keep things to yourself. You don't have to tell this parent everything. Okay, you don't have to. If this person wants to be sneaky and hide things, you can play at that. This person plays a game. And it's funny because the advice is to kind of play back. You know, because there's no winning. Neither of you win. Whoever, like, this person thinks that they can win in this game, but nobody's winning. Because the truth is, this person needs deep reflection, is very deeply insecure, cannot handle responsibility or criticism. And I think that you kind of suffered just from being in the same vicinity as this person. Like, things were just always falling apart. The Tower here. And then with the Ten of Wands, you need to know that this person, they're strategically wanting you to be burdened. Remember, this person is resentful. They think that you took from them. Whether it was years of their life, whether it's their body, whether it was just time and attention. I'm also getting jealousy here, where it's like you could have taken attention away from them. You know, whatever it was, this person they're so repressed with that resentment that they don't I think that this is a subconscious function where they truly want you to be more burdened. They're like that, like it's almost like they want you to learn a lesson. Like, oh, life is so hard. You made life so hard for me. Now it's time for you to see how hard life is. Sorry. So you need to keep in mind, like, I think that this person, like I said, they could have been a reason that you might have not been able to have a vehicle, or like they never really supported you in getting your needs met. And I think that they would like to keep it this way. They want to keep you burdened. They want you to handle the responsibility as well, especially if you're older. Even if you're younger, like this could be somebody who is parentifying you as a young person. They're putting all that responsibility on you, and it's like you're very aware that they're not going to take care of it. So just keep that in mind. So the advice is to move in silence, be sneaky. And honestly, with this Ten of Wands, this is going to sound like cold. It's really going to sound cold, but I'm just getting like, don't offer to help this person. Like, don't make offers to like take on their responsibilities, because I think that you will end up so burdened, so worn out, so tired, downtrodden, and I just think that you will be crushed under all the pressure. And that's kind of what they want. They don't want you to step into power. They want to continue to hold the power in this game of power dynamic, okay? That's what I'm saying, is like there's no winning, because I don't think that you want the power. You know what I mean? I think you wanted your parent to show up for you in a certain way that they did not. And so with the Fool here, I feel like the advice is for you to look towards new beginnings. Look towards starting over, starting fresh. Leave all the baggage behind. It's time to start a new cycle. And I know it's scary and it kind of feels like you're jumping off a cliff here, but it's like you need to trust that the universe has your back here, and that they see that you have been through some shit. And I feel like they want to see you step into this energy of freedom, of limitless, of self-empowerment. I think that this is somebody who, they're such an egomaniac that it's like nobody else could be powerful around them, or suddenly that person is a threat to their attention, their praise, their, you know, their power. Like I'm definitely seeing Fiona from American Horror Story Coven. Like I'm just definitely seeing the whole plot of the new Supreme and the daughter, what was her name, Cornelia? Just that whole dynamic of like trying to keep her powerless and under her thumb, you know. Yeah. And you deserve so much more. I'm kind of seeing like a rock, like a really heavy rock on somebody's chest, and it's like the universe is telling you, you don't have to carry this. The universe is like, it's not your responsibility to manage this person, to control this person, to, you know, codependently show up for this person. It's okay. Like, it's not your burden to bear. And it's like, I'm just seeing this rock being lifted from the chest, and it's like suddenly you can breathe. Suddenly you're free. Suddenly there's so much relief sweeping into your body. It's just a beautiful feeling. The World. Oh my God, that's so beautiful, because we have the Fool, which is the first card of the major arcana. So it's 0, right? And then we have the World at 21. That's the last card in the deck. So we started with the first and we have the last. I think what the last piece of advice for you is to trust yourself. I know that the Fool card, it's like, oh, you're a fool, right? No. The Fool is just a representation of a new beginning. And I think you deserve to have this new beginning because you're choosing to end a cycle. Like, I think the advice here is to close this chapter. And I feel like you feel guilt. There could be guilt here, maybe because of running, because you feel like this person like ran from the responsibilities of you know, showing up for you. So I'm just kind of getting that energy of you feeling guilt or possibly triggered by the idea of walking away from this person, because you know, your abandonment wounds, like, you don't want anybody to feel that same way. Like, you know what it feels like. And so I just feel like the last piece of advice here is it's okay to close a cycle. It's okay to start over. It's okay to trust yourself, right? That's what I was going back to. Is like, oh yeah, the Fool is an idiot, right? No. This is somebody who was able to close out a previous cycle. Like, you learned everything you could learn in this experience. Like, I feel like you've learned how to surrender. You've learned how to release control. And because of that, it's like you don't need to carry this. It's not your burden to bear. It's just not. Bottom of the deck, guys. Queen of Pentacles. If you guys are doing financially well, it's okay. Be proud of yourself. I feel like some of you guys, this is the kind of person who doesn't even tell you that they're proud of you, that they're so happy that you're doing okay, that you're doing well. No, it's because it's all out of a place of competition and jealousy and envy and like being resentful that like you took from them, that you're taking from them. You know, like, you've learned all you needed to learn from this. There's nothing else here for you. You have incredible wisdom and experience. You need to trust yourself. You need to trust that if this is resonating for you, it's okay to close that cycle out. It's okay to move in silence. It's okay to not take on their burdens and responsibilities. Like, I just feel like you need to be told it's okay to do things that you should have been told from a very young age that it was okay to do. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay to set boundaries. It's okay to, you know, not be in this really codependent energy. I just split the deck and I did have an offer. So just watch out. I do feel like this person is, or this parent, this caretaker, parents, possibly both parents, I do get a sense of like they're going to make you an offer soon. And remember, their generosity comes with strings. There's always strings attached. You know, I wasn't sure if I should show this, but bottom of the deck we have love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things, right? And what's interesting here is I don't think that Spirit is asking you to see the good in this person. I think that you've done that probably your whole life, you know, wanting your parent to be a certain way, you know, wanting to, wishing like that you could control the way that they would be. And that's where you had to like learn how to surrender. Like, you can't control how this person will show up for you. I don't think that this is about seeing the good in them. I think that this is about seeing the good in yourself and knowing that you are worthy knowing that you're valuable enough to not have to deal with this kind of behavior. Like, to me, love is those healthy boundaries. That's how I show up better in relationships, right? And I feel like that's love, is like you setting boundaries with this person, is like, because I do feel that sense of like, this is your parent, this is your parents, and you love them. Some of you here, you know, like, just bottom line, it's like, how do I deal with this? Because I do love them. But I think you have focused so much of your time on trying to see the good in this person that you haven't really spent a lot of time seeing it in yourself. And like I said, this is about self-trust. This is about moving on. This is about refocusing on yourself. And I feel like you might feel guilt for that because you lived with an egomaniac. So it's like you feel guilty because you feel like you are kind of imitating this person, or like you could be like this person because you're focusing more on yourself. But that is just, that's a distortion, okay? Because I think that you carry a lot more generosity, respect, and love for other people than this person is capable of showing. So that's all I have for you, pile number ones. I'm sorry that the sun went down, but I really hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. I hope it resonated with you. It was a little bit longer than normal, so you guys getting spoiled today. If you did resonate with this message, please, 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 like my video. And please, please, please subscribe to my channel. Comment down below. That was so cringy. Why did y'all let me do that? No, it's not your fault, but that was 100% on me. Thank you guys for being here. I get a little silly after like channeling for 40 minutes, you know. So thank you for being here. If you're still here, I love you guys so, so much. But yes, please like the video, subscribe, comment down below. I'm sending you all the best. Sending you all the best. Love, light, protection, blessings. I'll see you later, guys. Bye. Hi, pile number twos. You guys chose tree. It says health, growth, spiritual, vitality, karma from the past. Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm getting different energies for this pile. I don't think this is going to resonate for everybody, so just keep that in mind. Take it with a grain of salt. We're all raised very differently. We all have very different experiences with our caretakers, so just, you know, bear that in mind. This one is kind of stumping me. Get it? It's a tree. Yeah, it's kind of stumping me. So, and I think that's how you feel too, is you really don't know how to feel about this caretaker or caretakers. I'm actually getting like a married couple, okay? I am getting possibly divorced couple. So this could have been your parents. It could even be like, what I'm also getting is like, you know, your parents divorced and then you could have had a very toxic step parent. Like there's just so many scenarios that I'm getting from this, but it does seem to revolve around relationships. So why is this parent or parents so toxic? They don't know how to maintain their relationships. I think that with drama starter, there's always drama going on. Like there's just always seems to be an issue between, if it's two parents, between the two parents, you know, like it's like you could have grown up around a lot of arguing, a lot of drama, a lot of screaming, fighting. You could have even been around parents that were cheaters, okay? I am getting like the way that this is dark and like the curtains are kind of covering half of the card. It is giving me like secret affairs. Like you just could have really seen a lot of drama from adults. And I think it really shaped how you view the world or like your perspective. And it could have even put you in a position where you started to be in the same cycle, where it's like you could have a partner you argue with. You could have a partner that reminds you of a parent, okay? But that doesn't have to be for everybody. But the main thing here is I am getting drama. Why are these parents or parents so toxic? Drama. There was just always drama. There could have been legal issues as well. Court, judges, immigration lawyers. Like I'm getting just divorce. I'm getting mainly, for most of you guys here, it was a divorce. It could have been an ugly divorce too. It could have even been like a situation where you didn't get to see one of your parents. Like one parent was completely keeping you away from another parent. This could also be, I'm gonna say, a parent that went to jail or was arrested. Just so much drama. I'm just getting like, it's like a novella. It's like, you know, a drama show, like a drama TV show. Like it's just, it's almost ridiculous how back to back to back there was drama. There was an incident. There was just always something happening. Whether it was just like court, you know, where it's like things were submitted and it's almost like I just keep seeing like a parent like talking to their kid and they're just like, oh, like I don't know why I keep getting Spanish, like someone talking in Spanish, like some of you guys here, your parents talked in Spanish, and I don't know Spanish, so it's like I'm having a hard time channeling it. Sorry, that really threw me off, because it's like they want to call you like mijo or mija, and they're just like they would be so stressed out. They would just be like, oh my god, and like you just always saw like very dramatic people, like oh my, like they always had like emotional excess is what I'm that's such a weird way to say it. They were just highly over emotional, reactive, that's the best word. Why are these parents so toxic is because they were so reactive to each other. I think that they were probably reactive to you as well. Like as a child, like if you made mistakes or if you caused them problems, like it was probably the end of the world, right? I was also getting with the tree, I was getting a very strict energy, okay? So now, okay, I'm really getting like Hispanic household, okay? So if that doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate, but It could just have been like a very strict household, but at the same time, it's like they were being hypocritical. I feel like these are parents that would be hypocritical because their life was so dramatic, and like it's like you kind of, like I said, you could have entered that same cycle of drama. I'm hearing the drama triangle. I don't know much about it. I've learned about it a little bit from Jess Puckett, the Chaos Witch. Yeah, the drama triangle. It's like the persecutor, the rescuer, and the victim. Yeah, so it's like these three, so there's like three roles. So it's like one person will be in persecutor, or it's like it can even be between two people, but it's like they keep switching the roles. So it'll be like at some point this person's a victim, but at another time they're a persecutor, at another time they're a rescuer. Like it's just like everybody's gonna fit into those roles. They might not always like alternate. Like some people might always be the rescuer, some people might always be the persecutor. But wherever they fall into these roles, it created this drama triangle. And so it was like this never ending cycle. And so I do feel like you could have like fallen into similar patterns. You know, you were given these examples of this is what life is supposed to be like, from your parents. And it's funny because I feel like they became very hypocritical. So it's like, whereas this parent could have tattoos or a piercing, or they could have had sex at a very early age. It's like if you were to do any of those things, like you would be disciplined, you know, you would be in trouble. So it's like very hypocritical energy, which is like, you know, I don't know how toxic that is, because sometimes, you know, they want you to be better, but I'm just kind of getting like a strictness, like a controlling energy. It's like they wanted to really control the kids because I feel like that was the one thing that they could control. It's like everything else was like so dramatic, all over the place. There was always a problem, but it's like the kids, or the one kid, if you're an only child, like that was what they could control. And so I do kind of get like that's where it became toxic, because it wasn't from a place of protection, it was from a place of control. And it's like, in their defense, I do feel like with the tree here, it comes from a lot of love. Okay, like I will say this is somebody who very emotionally immature, but they wanted to provide you like a stable home. Like I just feel like with this tree, they wanted to always like give you like a home base. Like they always wanted you to feel like even if things are out of control everywhere else, it's like you can always still come home. Like you can always still come to this space. You can all like, it's like, I don't know, it's like it's very interesting, because I do feel like that was from a place of love, is like giving you that home base. Okay, that tree, like that one tree you can always come back to. I don't know, it's like comforting. So I do feel like they did that out of love, but it's like the example that they were setting for you was just very toxic. Like I don't think that they realized that obviously you're going to imitate your parent. Like at different points in your life, you're going to see the example you were given and take that as like, oh, maybe I should be acting that way. You know, you're going to have those moments as you grow and become your own person. And I just feel like they just lacked awareness of, okay, this child is probably seeing too much. They know too much of my business. Like I'm over here probably, like I'm getting like a parent who would talk about their drama to their kids. Like be like, oh, like, and see what I'm getting is like a mom, okay, like a mom sitting at the bar. I don't know why it's like a bar table, right? Like a bar table, but it's in a house. It's like in the kitchen, right? And she's just sitting there and she's just like telling the kid, like, your father's broke ass, like your father's a broke ass, he's always partying, like you know what I mean? Like, and that could also be it, is like I'm getting like one parent was the more stable one that like wanted to provide that like safe space for you, and then there could have been another parent that was always partying, that never had money, that didn't know, you know, how to take care of themselves, you or the other parent, you know, their partner. So it's just like it's gonna resonate differently for different people, but I'm just getting like they overshared. They would tell you so much of their business, and they would also put this perspective of your other parent. Like, they need to keep in mind that's still your dad or your mom, or who, you know, that's still your parents. Whoever the like, it's like talking shit about other parents to each other, you know, to their kids. I mean, like talking shit about the other parent to the kids. And it puts that kid in such an awkward position, because you know that they love both of their parents. I mean, most kids want to love both of their parents, you know. And so it's just like putting these kids, like, it's almost like I'm hearing sides. Some of you guys, you had to choose sides. Oh, I'm so sorry, pile 2. That's not fair. Some of you guys had to choose sides. Like, some of you guys, if you spoke to one parent, the other parent would get angry, you know. Like, if you spoke to one parent, it's like, it's the end of the world. It's like, why did you talk to I'm hearing your dad, like, you know that, like, he doesn't care about me or you, or like, you know, putting these thoughts in their head, in the kid's head, that it's not fair. They should come to that conclusion themselves. Like, if the kid feels neglected by the other parent, then that's how they feel, but it shouldn't be your dad is neglecting you, like telling you how to feel. Like, I'm getting one parent was very controlling, and then the other parent was very irresponsible. And it's almost like a codependent thing, because everything's codependency, man. It's crazy. But it's like, not everything. That's a dramatic, right? Drama starter. But it's like one parent, they controlled because they had to. Like I said, there's not a lack of love. It's weird. I'm getting that the more controlling one was actually the one who really loves you so much. And like, they did like want more stability for you. And I do feel like they could have a possibility of being able to recognize that they shouldn't have shared so much, or like there shouldn't have been so much drama. Like, it's almost like recognition and love and like respect, but like it came off as controlling, especially when you were younger, because since the other parent was so irresponsible, it's like this person was showing up for that person. So they were carrying all their burdens, all their responsibilities, and taking care of you guys. And so it started to fester as control. So I don't think it's a lack of love. I just think that the control kind of overtook one of the parents, because the other parent was seriously lacking in self-control. I think that the other parent could have had addiction issues. They could have had a drinking problem. So the always partying just fell off. And it says, inside scoop, a closer look, nosy up in your business. What's so funny is that I think that like these parents, they overshared with you. And I think that they almost expected you to overshare with them. Like, I think that these are parents that want to know what's going on with you. Fake accounts, like they could even be spying on your social medias. Like I said, there's a controlling parent here. So, I just also got a side. There's so many energies in this pile. I'm sorry guys, I'm all over the place, but like, I'm just getting a whole nother energy where it's like one single parent who's both controlling, but also like super irresponsible and has addiction. So it's like, take it as it resonates. Like if it's one parent, it's one parent. If it's a couple, I'm heavily getting a couple. Just, you know, you guys know your life better than I do, straight up. And so we have fake accounts, yeah, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, accounts to spy. I think that this is something that one of the parents has done for a long time. Like whether it's like the controlling parent spying on the out of control parent. I don't know how to call them, like they would spy on their partner too. Like one of your parents would spy on the partner and try to get more information and see what's going on. Yeah, like nosy inside scoop. I just feel like there was so much open communication, but it was like too much. It was like to a detriment. I don't know. Interesting. What was the lesson here? Grief. Interesting. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. For some of you guys, the separation was really hard on you. For some of you guys here, it's just that divorce. Like I said before, it could have even been that one parent forbid you from like talking to another parent. Like they just told you you couldn't see them, you couldn't be around them. It's very controlling once again. And I feel like you could have carried a lot of grief for different reasons. For either the fact you couldn't see a parent, you could have even lost a parent. Like I said, it could have been like a single parent who lost their partner. You lost your parent, you know, and it just kind of spiraled into all these issues, drama, and, you know, financial, you know, struggle, addiction, you know, like it could be one parent and it's like you guys are both really dealing with that grief of losing the other parent. Like, you know, there's just so many scenarios that I'm seeing here. Like, I feel like there's so many different people who clicked on here. I wish I could just sit here all day and like dive into it, because damn, like I feel like I'm getting hit, man. I'm getting hit by the channels. Okay. Yes, I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. So, you know, I feel like it's made you want to really focus on finding a committed relationship. I think some of you guys actually could have a fear of commitment because of seeing drama unfold as a young adolescent. But I think the truth within is that losing something actually made you kind of realize how valuable the present moment is. Like, I feel like there's certain moments in your childhood that like you cherish, that you deeply cherish, and it's like you didn't really cherish that moment until you lost it, you know, till you moved away from it. Like some of you guys could even be grieving the fact that, I don't know, like some of you guys are too old to go back to this home base kind of thing. It's like you wish, like, you kind of wish that you could still be around this parent. That's interesting. We also had envy at the bottom. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. I think the lesson here also is that some of you guys here envy people who had like different childhoods than you. Like some of you guys really envy couples that stayed together. Some of you guys really envy couples that might have separated, but they were still friends. You know what I mean? Like they still got along. There wasn't all the drama that came along with the separation. I just feel like there's a lot of envy around quote unquote normal childhoods. And I think the lesson here is that you need to remember, just like all these scenarios that were just like being thrown into my head right now, that's how many perspectives there are. That's how many experiences there are. There's just so many that you need to keep in mind. That it's almost like you guys, even though you all of you guys who clicked on this have different experiences, you still needed to hear the same message. You are the same as everyone, but with different challenges. And I feel like I'm getting like love here. Like I keep coming back to love. Like I feel like you really do have a love for either one or both parents. And I think that you see yourself in them. You know, you're like, I am the same as you. We just had different challenges. You had different challenges than me, living at a different time than me, doing different things than me. You know, like, I don't know. It's just like, I feel like there's empathy here. I feel like there's, with the tree, you know, I feel like there's a possibility for this connection to become healthy or healthier. Okay. Some of you guys, it's going to be impossible to ask for a completely healthy relationship with this person, but I think that you can come close. I really do think it can get healthier. I think that it can grow. We have growth with spiritual here. I think that, I don't know why I'm hearing Saturn return. Like, it's like as you get older, you know, just kind of having more compassion for your parents' challenges, for your parents' experience. The fact that your parents both have probably experienced grief. Vitality, karma from the past. Sorry, I'm just reading the rest of this vitality. Yeah, I'm hearing vitality, like new life. Like I feel like there's some way you could actually probably bring new life into this connection. I think that some of these parents are still experiencing like heavy karma, and so that might make it hard to, you know, really connect with them on a deeper level because they're still in this drama triangle from the past. But I think that when you think back to childhood, like you think more on the fond memories than the, I want to say, the toxic memories. What's the advice? Four of Swords. Get your rest. Okay, like I think some of you guys might stay up at night, or you struggle sleeping sometimes because you are worrying about your parents or parent. Three of Swords. Oh, babies. It's okay to cry. It's okay that you didn't, I feel like that's what it is, guys, is grief. Okay, that's the lesson, of course. You need to grieve the fact that you did not get the parents that you wanted, okay? And it's okay. It's okay to grieve that. And it's also okay to accept your parents for who they are and to love them for that. But it's also okay to grieve and the fact that you are still to this day experiencing heartache from your childhood. You need to process this. There's still a lot of pain here. There's still a lot of grief here where it's like, now I'm getting just grief of not getting the childhood that you wanted. And it's like, you can still love and appreciate the childhood you got, but you can also grieve and mourn the fact that this has exhausted you. This mentally exhausts you to deal with parents that are so emotionally immature and dramatic, and you know, they just, even though they love you too and they wanted to create like a safe space for you, it's like it didn't happen. I'm sorry. Like, I feel like you kind of, maybe some of you guys need to tell your parents this. It's like, as much as you try to protect me, you know, I still got hurt. I'm still hurting. I'm hearing this song, I'm Still Hurting. It's from a musical, but I just know the Ariana Grande cover. We have the world here. This goes back to a message I just gave pile 1. It's okay to stop the cycle, okay? It's okay to not give in to this parent's drama triangle. If this person is trying to put you in those energies, it's okay to close the cycle, walk away. With the world here, this is also such a huge message about trusting yourself. You have the wisdom, you have the experience to know what the fuck you're talking about, to know that you deserve to mourn, like, the fact you didn't get the best childhood, okay? You just didn't, and it's okay. But what's not okay is not processing this pain, you know, not letting yourself move on, close the cycle, close this chapter. What's not okay is giving into this parent drama triangle. You know, what's not okay is also like playing it safe. I feel like Spirit's also telling you don't play it safe. Okay, we got the Chariot coming out as and the Emperor. Boom, boom. These are major arcanas coming out here. So, you know, with the Chariot, they just want to see you move forward. They want to see you continue to thrive and take control of your life. Yeah, I think it's time to take back control of your life and to not let this person have control or power over it. Like, you can choose the direction that you're going. And I don't know why I shuffled. Okay, 4 of coins. See, with this 4 of coins, I'm kind of getting this is like your parents' energy. It's like they really want to be stingy. They want to like keep you in their possession. But I think it's time for you to close the chapter, move forward, and become the Emperor, become your own boss. Like, you're in control of your own life. You call the shots. Like I told you, some of you guys had a really strict, controlling parent, and it's like, it's okay to not listen to them. Like, if you're a full adult, you can have your own autonomy. You can have your own decisions. You can have your own, you know, perspective, narrative. This is your life. You are in control here, okay? This person is not controlling you anymore. They might be trying to. With the 4 of Pentacles, they might be trying to kind of keep you to themselves, but you know, you need to step up and say no. So I'm just getting, get your rest. Let yourself process this. Like, these are 2 swords energy. Like, this is taking up a lot of your mental space. The worrying, the not sleeping, the trying to act like it doesn't hurt. That's really what I'm getting with the grief and the 3 of swords. I feel like you guys try to act like it didn't hurt. You're trying to act like everything was okay. Everything was roses. I'm fine. I'm fine. It didn't hurt. It's like, dude, you're bleeding. You know? You're bleeding. Let me help you. Let's take care of this. And you just kind of have this refusal of like, no, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's like a bone is sticking out. Like, it doesn't even have to be that bad, but it's like, you still deserve to grieve and be upset and cry. And I just feel like there were some really bad nights, okay? Like, that's all I can say. Like, I don't want to get into the details, but I'm just getting like, as much as you might have some fond memories, there's also, just on the flip side, some really bad nights that I think overwhelm the fuck out of you and trigger you. You're putting way too much pressure on yourself, I think, to I'm hearing like parentified child, like you were the parentified child growing up, okay? Like you had to kind of pick up the slack. You had to, you know, take care of certain things, I think, that were lacking. This is an interesting reading. I don't know. I kind of want to get some more for you guys because it just came out so like clear, fresh, and I feel like the other pile got like 10 more minutes than you. So I kind of want to get, what's some of their messages? What is this? Family. Yes, Spirit, we're talking about family. Sorry. That was so condescending. That was so fucking condescending. I'm sorry, Spirit. You don't deserve that. I just feel like you guys, like, family is important to you. Family is like a virtue to you, okay? Like, family is just something that you hold in really high regard. And I don't know, I just kind of get that Spirit's like telling you it's okay to move on, create your own family. I don't know, like you're like, you need to mourn the fact that your family just isn't what you dreamed of, okay? Like it's very dysfunctional, it's very dramatic. There's always like the drama triangle going on, and flight. With the Chariot, flight, Spirit is pushing you. They're pushing you out of the nest and they're wanting you to fly. They're saying it's okay. I'm really highly getting to get in your car, get in your chariot, and fly away, drive away. End the cycle, take control of your own life. I'm hearing for a lot of you, like, start your own family, create the family of your dreams. Last card, freedom. Oh, beautiful. I was telling Kyle one similar message, but it's like, this isn't your burden to bear, okay? You don't need to fix everything. It's not your responsibility. It's like a giant stone on your chest that you keep telling yourself it has to be here, it has to be here, and it's like, it doesn't have to be here. As soon as you lift that from your chest, so much freedom, so much relief. I think it's time for you to actually nurture like your inner child. Like to go back to that crying, upset, worried child, inner child that witnessed all of this drama, and nurture it. Take care of it, hold it, let it cry, let them cry. I'm sorry I'm calling him it. Let your inner child cry, let your inner child mourn, let your inner child grieve. And what's interesting is I think that by grieving, it actually like brings you closer to your family. Like it gives you more acceptance towards your like the family you do have. You know what I mean? It's like, even if you're mourning, you're grieving the family you wish you had, it's out of your control. Like you can't control that. So it's like surrendering to the fact that, like, because I'm just getting like, losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. So it's so that weird dynamic of like mourning this family dysfunction, or I'm sorry, mourning the family dream, like the dream family that you always wanted, mourning that family, but appreciating the one you have even more. I hope that makes sense. I feel like I'm losing the message, but that's really what I'm getting. Interesting. We have dusted off. You know what? This actually reminds me of something my mom used to say when we were growing up. You know, she would take care of our cuts and our, you know, like she studied as a nurse and like, or studied, you know, medical, and so she would take care of like cuts and bruises and all things like, but she would always say, rub some dirt in it. Like, you know, like rub some dirt in it, that'll fix it kind of energy. And I feel like that's your energy. It's like you pretend to be so tough. You're like, oh, I'll just dust it off, I'll just rub some dirt in it, it'll be fine. It's okay to not be okay. Oh, caught a case. It's okay to not be okay. One of your parents, like especially the partying parent, could have caught a case, okay? But yeah, like it's, you know, don't just dust this off. Spirit is asking you to really sit with this. Really sit with this. Let yourself grieve. Nurture your inner child. Don't just dust it off. So that's what I have for you, pile number 2s. I really hope that this message was helpful. I hope it was useful. I hope it resonated with you. If you guys enjoyed it, please click the like button, click the subscribe button, comment down below. I would love to hear from my pile 2s. Until next time, guys, I'm sending you all the best. Love, light, protection, blessings. Bye. God. Oh. Damn it. Hey there, pile number 3s. You guys chose the Clover card. Luck, gambling, opportunity, chance, hope, small happiness. Okay, so pile number 3, this is a interesting one. Just when I think, you know, parents can't get shittier, some of you guys might resonate with that. There's a detachment here. Like I'm feeling like an emotional detachment that this parent has when it comes to you and your relationship. And their role as your parent. There's like a detachment there. They just want to detach from that. But before I get started, I did kind of give a spiel to pile 1 and 2, just about how, you know, I have really been wanting to do this reading for a while. I know that it's a very sensitive reading. I know that there's going to be so many different scenarios as well, because we were all raised differently. We all experience different things, and just like every other tarot reading, you know, it's a collective reading. Not every little detail is going to resonate with you. Some people it might just hit the nail on the head, but just remember that sometimes there's messages here that other people need to hear. And sometimes, like, maybe you're on an extreme, maybe this is resonating but not to an extreme, okay? So just take it with a grain of salt, and try to keep your head, okay? Like, you don't have to take this advice. If you feel like you want to handle it in a different way, it's up to you. It's weird because this pile is reminding me a little bit of pile number 2. I was talking more about a couple in pile 2, where I could feel 2 different energies. There was one more controlling, still dramatic, still emotionally mature, but it was a more controlling energy. And then the second parent, I was feeling somebody who's always like partying, someone really irresponsible, right? And I'm kind of getting the energy that this is more of the partying energy. So like maybe pile 2 is one of your parents, pile 3 is another of your parent, okay? I don't know. So there might be messages there in pile 2. What's weird is this actually kind of reminds me of pile 1 too. It's just like the energy of, it's not really where the queen was more of an egomaniac. She was almost too arrogant to get their hands dirty. This person, they'll get their hands dirty. So your parent, okay, we have two really disturbing energies that came out. Okay, so your parent with the impersonator card wants to be you, acts like, dresses like, looks like, copies you. So not only did we get this card, but then this second card came out, creativity. Steals your ideas, copies your work, duplicates, feeds off you. Like, these cards really deeply disturb me. Especially on top of everything, we have girl fight. Arguments, physical fight. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, pile 3. At war, competing. So there's just a lot here that indicates that this parent was extremely jealous of you, like to an unhealthy point. I think that this is somebody also egotistical, like pile 1, that was very obsessed with their looks, okay? Like, this is somebody who needed to be seen a certain way, needed to be presented a certain way, but I feel like very physically. As long as, like I'm hearing, as long as they, you know, put their makeup on, or, you know, whatever, as long as they wash their face, it's like they have to do something in order, like they have to look presentable on a shallow level. And I don't know what it is, but I feel like, okay, with my beautiful pile number 3s, you guys are like this 4-leaf clover. You guys, you're just lucky, okay? It's almost like there's some kind of spiritual blessings that you have been given. I do believe that. I feel like the universe really has given you some levels of luck, okay? And that can even have to do with your birth chart. Some of you guys have heavy Jupiter placements. You could have heavy Sagittarius and Pisces placements here. And that could have just created like a very lucky energy around you and your spirit. But I do kind of get a sense of the universe kind of sending you with these gifts. Like, some of you guys, they sent you with this gift of beauty. Like, some of you guys are extremely beautiful here that clicked on. If you don't resonate with that, it's like something special about you. There's something very special about you. You either are very talented in some aspect, you're either very beautiful. It's like you were blessed with something. And it's weird, I'm seeing the imagery of Sleeping Beauty when the 3 fairies come to bless Aurora. You know, they gift her with, I think, beauty, intelligence, and something else. I don't know. And I just keep hearing youth. This person is obsessed with their youth. Okay? They're obsessed with looking younger. This person could be experiencing a midlife crisis, or they're not aging gracefully. They're panicking. Okay, this is somebody panicking. Once again, this is somebody who does not feel good unless they look good, unless they feel like they physically are sociably at the beauty standard at the time. All the time. Like, every age. But this is just even darker, because I think pile 1, it's almost like the person was so obsessed with themselves that they really just kind of neglected the children in pile 1. But pile 3, it's almost like this person is targeting you. So there could have been a parent that was targeting you, jealous of you, wanted to be you. They copied things that you do. We have copies your work and copies you twice here. So they could have literally copied your style. Like as you gotten older, maybe you had a more youthful style. They could have worn clothes that were just, you know, I think that anybody can wear whatever the hell they want. So I'm not going to say that some clothes are young, some clothes are old. I really disagree with that full-heartedly. I feel like you should wear whatever the fuck makes you happy. But this person particularly would just wear clothes that they felt made them look younger. Like there's just an obsession with youth. Like I'm seeing Mother Gothel, okay, and you guys are Rapunzel, right? And it's like you're just so beautiful. You have like this blessing, this healing energy as well. And I feel like they wanted to covet that. They wanted to kind of be that. You know what I mean? Like they wanted to be you. They wanted to have that innocence again. They wanted to have that youthfulness. They wanted to have the beauty that you hold because of your innocence. I'm just getting a very corrupted energy. Like this is somebody so obsessed with superficiality that they began to target their own child because they were jealous, because they couldn't see that there was enough room at the table for both of you. Okay, that's the energy that I'm getting, especially with girl fight here. I think the reason it's coming out as girl fight is because your parents, the reason that they were super toxic, right? Obviously super jealous of you, targeting you. I just feel like they tried to pick fights with you. There could have been physical fights, which I'm so sorry to hear that. I don't want to focus on that because that is just horrible. I'm sorry you had to deal with that. Especially like, to me, this feels like a very petty, childish person. So with the girl fight, what I'm getting is, especially within the culture you could have been raised in, there's a lot of misogyny, okay? There's a lot of high expectations for women to act a certain way, and I think that this person felt like within this misogynistic culture, they feel like when you get older, you're forgotten. Like there's something here about like turning into an old lady or an old man and just kind of blending into the background. There's something here about not feeling beautiful anymore, not feeling handsome anymore, not feeling good anymore. I just feel like specifically if this is a mother or a female caretaker, they just feel like society, their culture, and their immediate society, like the people around them, they seem to only value women at a certain age. And so I feel like it's almost like throughout your life, as they've gotten older, they've watched you blossom, and it's like they just are so focused on your journey and they've forgotten how to focus on their own. They've forgotten how to see the beauty in their own journey. And so it's just like this repressed, built up resentment towards you. And I don't want to say they hate you. Like, some of you guys, like, your parent might have told you that they hate you, and I just feel, I don't know if that's happened or if maybe that is a thought that has gone across their mind where they just feel like, what it is they feel like you're so much luckier than they are. They feel like you've gotten everything you wanted. They feel like you are so beautiful. They feel, you know, it's just like this obsession with you. They wish they could be you. But it's like, instead of maybe taking that jealousy that we all can feel. We've all felt jealousy, right, in some form. Instead of taking that as inspiration for their own life and seeing how your beauty can inspire their own beauty, they've began fighting, competing with their own child. There's a detachment here where it's like they don't see their role. Like I was saying, they don't see their role as your parent. It's like this is somebody who is very detached from the role that they're supposed to be for you, which is a caretaker, which is somebody who is supporting you, loving you unconditionally, you know, what's investing in you and your time and your future. It's just like they didn't see that they needed to do any of that because they were already so full of jealousy, feeling like you got everything, that you have everything, with opportunity, chance, hope, small happiness. It's like they just kept seeing good things for you. And I think this person definitely saw your potential. Like I think there's a big part of them that wanted to watch you crash and burn. And this parent could have even tried to veer you off of your path. I really do feel like this is somebody who would like give you advice in order to like veer you off the wrong path. You know, it's like especially like I'm coming back to Rapunzel, Mother Gothel. You know, she's just so obsessed with her looks. But remember, she lies to Rapunzel constantly. She puts propaganda in her head that the world is horrifying and scary, and it is, you know, it is, but the way she described it as that's all it is. She left out all of the beautiful parts of the world and only told her certain thing because she was framing her mind because she could see the beauty and the potential in her child and almost knew that she wouldn't always sit still, stay there, you know? I don't know why I'm kind of getting like, this person could have called you like their lucky charm, or like, yeah, you're my lucky charm, lucky rabbit. You could have found 4-leaf clovers as a kid. But it's like they did, it's a weird feeling because it's like as much as they're competing with you, they needed you around in order to do this, right? They need you around in order to copy you, in order to act like you, duplicate you, dress like you. Like if they're not around you, they're not able to like see what you're up to, what you're doing, what the trends are. Like they can't really copy you. So I do feel like there's a sense of possession here as well, that this person is just so toxic because they just want you to be in the vicinity so that they can benefit from your ideas, from your personality, okay? But going back to this, like there's just something about misogyny. Like this could have just been a very misogynistic parent. This is somebody who like praised men but devalued women or demonized women. Like this is someone who, I'm looking at this Lover's card and it's literally like Adam and Eve and, you know, the serpent, and it's on my wall. Like it's like a little poster I have on my wall and it's the Lover's card and it's Adam and Eve. And I just find it so funny as I'm going into, like, they could be very religious. Like they could truly believe that it's like the woman is made from the rib cage of a man, and so like the woman isn't an equal to the man. Like they could literally have that mentality. They could also have the mentality of Eve is horrible because she's the reason why like we're not in the Garden of Eden, is because she bit the apple. So it's like a lot of demonization of women, of femininity. So even if you are not a woman, but you're very feminine and you appreciate and worship women. It's like, you know what I mean? Like they could copy that, but it's like, or not copy that, I'm sorry, but it's like they just hate that about you. It's like, once again, it's that mentality of there's only so many seats at the table for women. They're so used to a table being full of men. Like I'm just seeing a table full of men in business suits, and there's one spot for the female representative or the female employee. Okay? And that's how it used to be back in the day. You had to be that lucky one. Okay? So this person has a lot of conditioning to masculine praise, like just patriarchy. Like, you know, they've definitely been conditioned to perform obediently in the patriarchy. Okay, like this could be a pick-me who like puts down other girls. Like I feel like this is the type of parent who puts you down in front of men, in front of guys, in front of like, I don't know, it's like a mom putting down their daughter in front of a bunch of guys just to like make themselves look better, which is just so gross and so weird. I'm so sorry if you had to deal with any of this. Bottom of the deck, we also had always partying, which was in pile number 2, which is why it reminded me. So yes, always partying, and especially with the Michael Jackson, they could have really, this parent could have liked Michael Jackson. That could be a confirmation for you, but this could have been somebody with addiction problems, both of your parents or just one of them, but somebody who was always partying, couldn't put the drink down, couldn't put the smoke down, just always needed to, I'm hearing they always needed to like numb that part of themselves that didn't feel good enough. They always needed to numb the part of themselves that felt so ugly and felt not good enough into you. So good chemistry, great vibes, positive. For some of you guys, this is the reason why this parent is so toxic, is because they would flip between into you and girl fight. They would flip from being really positive, like I said, they needed to keep you trapped. They needed to keep you in their possession. So obviously they had to play nice. This card was hidden the entire time, except the very end, I'm about to move on, and all of a sudden they're like, no, we have good chemistry, we have great vibes, I'm a positive impact in this person's life. Like, you're convincing yourself that, sweetie. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, this parent like really turns on the charm, turns on the positivity. They could give you a lot more affection. They could give you a lot more hugs whenever they feel you pushing away from them. And I feel like this is somebody who also really wants to normalize conflict. Like they just want to normalize arguments, screaming, fighting, hitting. They just want to normalize it and make you think that that is something normal so that you don't want to walk away. Like they just flip, and then they'll be like, oh, I love you, I'm sorry about that. Like they could really apologize and lay it on thick. Like I said, this person's just very detached. They're so detached from who they should be as your parent. You know what I mean? Girl, there's a roach. There's a roach flying around out there. That's exactly what I'm getting for this parent is... Whew, closed it all the way. I left it open a little and then it tried to fly back over here. So that's what I'm getting is like, you could be trying to get rid of this person, this cockroach in your life, but it's like they won't die. No, I'm just kidding. That's horrible. Not literally. Please don't take that literally. I'm talking about like how cockroaches don't die. You know, you try to, you know, yeah. I'm not going to explain that further because, like, please don't take that as I want your parent to pass. Like, I'm not wishing that on any of y'all's parents, even if they are toxic AF. Okay? Their time will be their time. Yeah, I just feel like you could also have a relationship or a partner that takes really good care of you, and this person cannot stand it. I think that this is the kind of parent that might try to get in between you. They might talk shit about your partner. They might try to sleep with your partner. They might just like try to convince you that this person isn't good for you in some way. And I just don't think it's true. Bottom of the deck, we have all this green, and I just feel like your heart chakra is really big and bright and glowing, and it's open. You have a big open heart. Like, I'm just seeing Rapunzel, you know, like she's such a sweetie, and oh my gosh, she has so much life to live, you know. And I just feel like the lesson here is humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. I feel like you have also had to learn how to detach from this person and kind of just laugh at it. Like, I think that this person that you're asking about, this parent or both of them, are both so detached. They're just so detached from, I feel like, reality. They're detached from self-empowerment. They are detached from the roles that they should be playing in your life. They're just so detached from everything. I feel like they're detached from their real, true personality. They don't know who they are. And I just feel like it's just so fucked up that it's like, I gotta laugh. I just gotta laugh, because if I don't laugh, I will cry. Like, that's the kind of energy that I'm getting from you. My beautiful pile number 3s is that you really try to just find the humor in the situations. You try to keep things light. I think that you are just trying to keep growing. You are trying to build your small happiness. I love that it says small happiness, because it's like, I feel like you treasure the small happiness, and this person doesn't know how to do that. They only focus on big, bold, I'm hearing money, like give me money kind of thing. Like, let's go party. Like, I'm just seeing bright lights, you know. And I just feel like you just had to laugh, because it's like Michael Jackson's kind of like insane to believe. We also have service. I love how these greens, and now we have this bright yellow, the sacral chakra. Now that I'm talking about your heart chakra, we're going into the sacral, which is all about your confidence. Service. I feel good when I can help others. I think that there's some level of the universe wanting you to understand this person. I don't know if you need to help them. Like, don't overextend yourself if that doesn't feel right to you. If it does feel right to you, then go ahead, try to help this person, because the truth is they don't know themselves. They've been brainwashed by patriarchy. They've been brainwashed by this misogynistic culture. They don't like themselves. They don't love themselves. They don't feel good. And so if you can try to look at it from that perspective, instead of like, this person has treated me so horribly my whole life, has targeted me my whole life. Like, I can understand if some of you are like, fuck no, I will never help this person. Like, that's totally fair. And I would never ask you to extend yourself, especially if it ever got physical. Like, I just can't imagine. Like, to me, I think that's just the point where you're like, okay, like, I'm gonna help myself. So hopefully you can help yourself, you know, like not doing the work for them. But for some of you here, I am feeling like you might actually be in a more powerful position than this person. Like, you might be more empowered. You might have more self-love. You might have more resources to give this person to try to build their own self, to try to learn how to build that confidence, build that sacral chakra, build that heart chakra. Like, I feel like this person wants to be you, and if you can get past how really creepy and weird that is, it's like you can teach them what you've done in order to get to where you are now. You know what I mean? Like, you can help them with the same resources that you used for yourself. Like, I feel good when I can help others. Like, I don't know, I feel like for some of you that might be really healing to work on this with your parent. Maybe even go to therapy if they're open. but there's just such a detachment here that some of these parents, like, they're not interested. They don't care enough to change. They're already kind of, I don't want to say too far gone, but that kind of, you know, they just are set in some kind of age. Like, and always partying, you know, like they have their mind on other things. So like some of you guys, but I just think that even if you can't help this person, like, I don't think that it takes away from the fact that you love to help other people. Like, this person was just so focused on comparing themselves. I think that you actually have this weird opportunity to look beyond yourself, look outside of yourself, become generous and open with the people around you, give back to the community kind of thing. You know, I think that'll make you feel really good. Is like someone who almost made you feel like at war your entire life, you know, someone you felt like you had to go up against in war with. It's like you're realizing you have a whole community that you can be of service to, and there, it doesn't have to be war, you know what I mean? Like, you can walk away from this war. I'm hearing you can put the gloves down, you can walk away from this, and you can go, you know, utilize the fact that your heart and your sacral chakra are open, and go do something with that. Like, I feel like your heart is really open and would feel really good giving back to the community, giving back to people around you that need your help. You know, don't overdo it. Don't overextend yourself. Create boundaries for yourself when it comes to your generous nature. Especially if it's with this person, like, definitely create those boundaries. But yes, it's like they're really asking you to focus on the lighter side of life and feel good when you help others. The Hermit. Interesting. What's the advice? What's the advice? What's the advice? I think you need to go within and ask yourself how you want to deal with this parent. Like, you need to make that decision yourself. It's going to take reflection, introspection, but you're going to need to decide, is this somebody that you can help? Is this somebody that you want to help? Is this somebody that you feel good helping? If it's not, move on. Go to your community, like I just said. But with the Hermit here, I do feel like you need to go within. You need to spend some time alone. And you know what's funny? I was going to mention to this pile in the beginning of the reading that I took a break. You know, these are longer readings, and I hadn't eaten. I did work and got off earlier in the morning, and so I was a bit tired. I wanted to take a nap, or I didn't want to take a nap. I was trying to push through it, but I ended up eating, taking a nap between pile 2 and 3. And so I just came in so refreshed, so clear-minded, just to bring you guys this message. And I feel like that's what you need to do. That's what the advice is. You guys need a break. You need a break from this person. You need a break from this mentality, this like being in the same vicinity as this person. Like, I feel like you guys could still have a pretty consistent conversation or dialogue. I'm sorry, like communication. There we go. It doesn't have to be constant, but it's just like consistent over periods of time. And I just feel like you might need a break. Like, you need a break. You need to get away. You need to prioritize. Hold on. Kitty's going crazy. As I was saying before Lilith interrupted. But she will be heard. She will be heard. So the Hermit card, as I was saying, it's like you need to rejuvenate. There's a level of peace that you need to be protecting. You need to go Hermit mode. I think you need to go within, and I think you need to make a decision. How shall, like, I see, let me see this. Like, that's where the processing is. Like, you're going to be processing this. You're going to be going within, and you're just going to be like making decisions about this person's place in your life, your parents' place in your life, and how you should proceed. With the 9 of Pentacles, this is literally about breaking free from codependency, becoming very independent. This is somebody who's building their own garden and watching it flourish. And it's like somebody who's very proud of themselves because they built this garden up themselves. They didn't get anybody's help. It was all their idea. And so there's just like extreme pride and joy and just peace of mind. So Spirit's really like wanting you to protect yourself. And I feel like they're really wanting you to spend time alone. Like they're really wanting you to find yourself. Like I feel like sometimes this person made you question who you are because they were projecting that lack of identity within themselves. And so I just feel like you need to really kind of reflect and be like, who am I going to be in this situation? How do I focus more on myself and giving back to myself too? Oh wow, we have Temperance here. So the advice is to stay calm. I feel like this person could have really fed off of you, you know, feeds off you. This person could have really fed off of your reactions. Okay, like I think that it made this person feel really good whenever you reacted negatively to their bullshit. Like they really wanted you to act out. They wanted you to kind of be the problem child. They wanted you to like mess up. Honestly, like it's so messed up. I'm so sorry, pile 3s, but it's like this person wanted to kind of see you sabotage yourself. And so I feel like the more and more balanced you become, the more and more patient you become, the more and more clear-headed you become. It's like you're gonna have a clear direction towards your happiness, towards your opportunities, towards things that make you feel abundant. I feel like you're gonna feel abundant. You're gonna be financially doing well. But I feel like this is future energy. This is like energy you need to move into. I don't think you're here yet. I think you need to spend more time alone. I think you need to learn how to really love yourself, love spending time with yourself. It's like what I think the universe is trying to prevent is that you fall into the same pattern as this parent. They don't want you to feel worthless after you hit a certain age. They don't want you to feel ugly or feel unlovable or feel unvaluable. So it's like they just really want to make sure that your self-esteem is constantly being catered to, you know, taken care of. I feel like they're wanting you to work on affirmations, you know, just really protecting your peace at all costs. And I do feel like for some of you, that means cutting this parent out. That means getting away from this parent, because this parent desperately wants to disturb your peace. Like I said, they want to sabotage you. They want to see you doing badly because it makes them feel better about themselves. They're competing with you. All right, we have the 2 of Pentacles. Once again, this is about decisions. This is also about balance. Once again, a huge card about balance and juggling the responsibilities in your life. I do feel like this person could have slacked off. They could have been partying. They could have really like not done a great job when it came to balancing their own responsibilities. And so the universe is asking you to practice juggling your own responsibilities, like asking yourself, is this too much? Am I taking on too many things to juggle all at once? Like, can I juggle this? Like keeping your balance, not taking on too much where all the balls are going to fall on the ground and it's overwhelming. Like, don't take on so much. Only take what you can handle. Only take what you can juggle. Remember to keep your balance here. Do not let this person get a reaction from you. That's what they want. They want to see you spiral. They want to see you react. We have the 4 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. The advice here is to focus on the cups of love around you that you might not be recognizing, okay? You might be really focused on the fact that this parent disappointed you. You could be really focused on the fact that this parent, whatever cup of love they were offering, it's almost like there was poison in the cup. You know, whatever cup of love they were offering, it wasn't unconditional love. And I feel like you became very disappointed by that cup that they were offering. And it's almost like you might be fixated. You might be a little bit obsessed, fixated on the fact that your own parent, you know, doesn't want to give you that real authentic cup of love. And you know, that's heartbreaking. But I do feel like with the 3 cups here, there are other people around you who really do care and love you and want to see you in a good, healthy space, a good, balanced, tempered, peaceful state of mind. And like, they want the best for you. And so you need to remember that there are people rooting for you. There are people who want to see you do well. There are people who take the jealousy that they have for you and they use it as inspiration rather than competition. There are people out there who can show up for you in a healthy way. So there's also a level of you needing to learn how to trust again. I think that this person, this parent, really damaged a lot of the trust that you have in other people. And I think you need to kind of rebuild that trust within yourself and rebuild that trust within the community, within the people around you as well. Like, there are good, helpful people around you who want to be there and support you. I just split the deck and we have drama starter. Like, definitely, like, this person just wants to start drama in your life. And I think you deserve to have like peace. I'm hearing that song, I want to get away. I don't even know the next line. But that's the song that's coming through. I want to get away. Something like, you need a vacation, okay? I really love the song Island by Miley Cyrus right now. Like, I just love that song so much. And I'm kind of getting those vibes here. Like, once you step into this 9 of Pentacles energy where you become more independent, you start breaking free from codependency, you start focusing more on yourself, your needs, reflecting on your boundaries, on how you should be moving forward, getting that peace of mind. It's like, once you step into that energy, that song Island is playing. Am I stranded on an island, or have I landed in paradise? Am I stranded on an island? Sun, you guys protect your happiness at all cost. Like, just protect your happiness, protect your peace at all cost. Okay, Lotus energy, you had to get through that mud. You had to get through that mud. You had to grow through that dirt, little seedling. And now you deserve to be standing in that sun. You deserve to be happy. Stars, I feel like star energy, the star in tarot, where it's just a bunch of hope, faith. Keep the hope, keep the faith here. There's a lot of spirituality here involved. So it's like, when you're feeling alone, you know, I think that Spirit is just wanting you to know that they're always here for you. Okay, so that's what I have for you, pile number 3s. That was so much fun. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope that you guys resonated with the messages. If they were helpful, useful for you, give me a like, subscribe to the channel, comment down below. I would love to hear from my pile 3s. Until next time, guys, mwah, I'm sending you love, light, protection, blessings. I'll see you later. Bye. Hey guys, pile number 4's what is up? So this is the bonus pile where I basically pull cards on the topic for myself. I started sharing them with the collective a while back so that these can be more collective, open readings that both I and you need to hear. So I didn't want to spend too much time on this, honestly. And this is a tough one too. You know, I don't know how much I want to speak on this or be open about whatever's resonating, but yes, this is a interesting energy. So we have the Sun card that shuffled. Success, victory, happiness, truth, warmth, positive outcome. Okay. We have unbothered. We have grudge holder. We have spiritual hater, hates on your spirituality, light, magic, and power. We have freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. And then for the advice, we have Queen of Wands. We have Seven of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, the High Priestess, the Fool, and the Eight of Wands. All right, and I'm gonna smoke a little bit. Those other piles were so long. So let's jump in though. Let's jump right in. So with the Sun here, this is something about your happiness, because we have the Sun card, which represents happiness. It says happiness on the card. We also have I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. So I am kind of getting a happiness hater. And we also have spiritual hater, right? So it's like your parent could be your hater. Your parent could literally, or parents could literally be your haters, you know? Like it's the ones closest to you, you know what I mean? And it's weird because it's almost like the happier that you are, the more at peace that you are, the more spiritual you become. This person seems to really hate on that. I feel like they create their own narratives about what you're doing with your life. I think this is somebody who makes a lot of assumptions. They could make assumptions about your happiness. They could make assumptions about your spirituality. With the unbothered card here, I'm actually kind of getting that this is your energy, and that's what they're holding a grudge about. Grudge holder under unbothered. I feel like this person feels like you don't care. Like you don't care about them specifically with the unbothered. But also at the same time, like this is somebody sitting on a boat or some kind of, you know, platform near water in the sun, tanning, unbothered. This is somebody in a good state of mind, and this person is holding that against you. So it's almost like the fact that you're unbothered, the fact that you are in a good space bothers them. Like your unbotheredness bothers them. And I feel like they're holding a grudge. They could definitely be a grudge holder, like somebody who holds on to things that have happened in the past, or I don't know. They just seem really focused on making you feel like you're doing something wrong, when I think what you're doing is focusing on your happiness. You're focusing on your free will. You're focusing on your power to create your own happiness. And remember, hates on your power, hates on your spirituality, light, magic, and your power. So this person is also a parent that doesn't want to see you become empowered. I think that this is a parent who benefits from you being disempowered. This could be a very codependent parent that needs you to need them. And I think it's almost like the more and more independent you become, the more successful. We have successful, victory, happiness, the more the warmth. That's what's crazy about this, is something about the warmth here, the positivity. They're upset about the fact that you're in that energy. And so it's just a really weird thing, because you would think that your parents, out of everybody, would be very happy for you, would be very proud of you, would be very, they would want you to be in that energy of success, victory, like positive outcomes. They want things to work out for you. But instead, I think that this person finds reasons that you're wrong. I don't know, like this is like I'm seeing somebody bursting a balloon, like popping a balloon, or putting holes in a condom. That's weird. That's a weird imagery. But it's like a setup. It's like they want to burst your bubble. They want to, especially with the spiritual hater, like this could be somebody who lacks a lot of faith. They lack a lot of self-empowerment. They lack a lot of positivity. They don't really see the bright side of things, the light side of things, the positive side of life. And so because of that, they're very pessimistic. And so I think that they even think that you're dumb. You're dumb for believing in spirituality, because you're able to see both sides of the coin, where they're stuck on, I feel like, very dark energy. Like I'm getting a moon energy. Whereas you're in the sun energy, they're in the moon energy. You could have Leo placements, your parent could have Cancer placements. And with freedom here, I feel like they're very unhappy that you found freedom and you're unbothered and you're happy. It's weird. It's so weird, because it's like this parent takes it as an insult that you are free, that you are happy. It's just really strange. And so I don't have much else to say about that. That's all Spirit was giving me for why are they toxic? Why are they toxic, Spirit? Hustling, making it rain, focused on money, getting it. That's not toxic. Why is that toxic? Forcer, forces things on you, forces their way in, uses force to get what they want. So they could have, with hustling and forced here, I'm just kind of getting an energy of like, they could have put you in weird positions that benefited them. They could have forced you to do things that benefited them. Could have been financially or for other reasons. But I feel like this is not somebody who asks you, what do you want to do? What makes you happy? They're not going to ask you that. They're going to say, this is what I want to do. This is what we need to do. This is how it's going to be. Yeah. Bottom of the deck, I do see we have an offer here. I don't know how I feel about this offer. I'm going to be honest. This person could be offering to like spend time with you, or be like they want to see you or something. So yeah, an offer could be coming up soon where this parent wants to spend time with you. I kind of want to get a card on this offer. What is this offer? King of Pentacles in reverse, Four of Swords in reverse. This person might show up to you with the King of Pentacles very unstable, especially financially. Like they could be financially struggling. They could really just not have any money. With the Four of Swords in reverse, they could be having sleepless nights, insomnia, not getting any rest. So it's almost like I'm getting like this person is going to reach out to you with an offer when they're at their lowest. It's basically whenever they need your help. This is somebody who feels like you being unbothered while they need help is like, it's an attack, or like, they feel very angry about the fact that I feel like they might not be doing very well, and they're very entitled to your assistance. They're very entitled to you showing up for them. And I feel like they're going to make an offer. It's going to be disguised as an offer. So it's going to be like, oh, an offer to maybe get coffee or get some kind of Oh my God, I should have just looked under here. It says played out. Under the offer, played out. Like, they want to play you out. They just want to play you out. Page of Pentacles, once again, it's whenever they are so financially in the hole that they have no choice but to reach out to you, I think. With an offer here, yeah, it's like they disguise it as, I want to see you, I want to get coffee, you know, I want to catch up with you, but then they just really want to kind of burden you with their financial problems. It's not really about seeing you, it's not really about seeing how you're doing. They just actually are being strategic about how to get oh my God, I just lifted the deck, and once again, forcer. They're forcing it on you. They would force their way in, uses force to get what they want. So if what they want is money, or that what they want is something, like, they're going to disguise it as something else, but they have that strategy to force their way to get what they want. So just be very careful with this person. With the Queen of Wands here, I think, so this is the advice. The advice is to just keep your confidence up. I think you're looking good, smelling good. I think that you have a lot of healthy confidence. I think that you're very attractive. There could be people that find you sexy here. You know, Queen of Wands is my sexiest bitch in the deck, okay? Love her to death. So yeah, just keep feeling good, like, keep taking care of yourself, stay in this unbothered energy. You deserve to be happy. You deserve warmth and success and positive outcomes, no matter what this person is trying to make you believe. With the Seven of Pentacles here, it almost came out reverse, so watch out. I think that there's some impatience that you have with this person. Like, you could be very impatient with this person because, you know, you could see through what's going on. And I feel like Spirit is asking you to be patient, to just keep focus on what's growing in your life, and how can you keep nurturing that growth? How can you keep watering that seed? Watch the grass grow. It's gonna be a while, but it is growing. With the Knight of Cups here, I feel like they're wanting you to stay in that heart space, like, stay focused on the people who really love you. Keep being open to being loving towards other people. Like, don't close up because of this person. Don't, you know, become distrusting of others because of this person. You know, I think that you have a lot of love to give and share with the Knight of Cups. And I feel like if you want to make an offer of love out to people, you know, do it, go for it. If you want to even spread an offer of love towards this person, honestly, I think that they would appreciate it. This parent would actually appreciate you letting them know that you do love them and care for them, because I do feel like you have this heart here with the Knight of Cups. You know, it's not like you're heartless towards this person. It's just that this person isn't very happy for you, and that's the reality of the fact that your parent just isn't really proud of you. They're not really, if they are proud of you, it's like they are not in a space to support you at all. So with the High Priestess here, keep listening to your intuition. Okay, this person is wanting to poke holes in your spirituality. They want you to believe that your intuition is way off. They want you to feel like you're wrong, that spirituality is bullshit. I really feel like this is a spirituality hater, and they really want to call whatever it is you're doing woo-woo, stupid. They want to make you look stupid. This is that their goal is to make you look stupid. Their goal is to make you look like a bad person, okay? And it's like, you need to listen to your intuition here, because they really want you to doubt yourself. They want you to doubt yourself. They want you to lack confidence so that you come back to them. It's that codependency. They want you to be in that energy of, I need you. I'm too dumb. I'm too dumb to take care of myself. I'm too this or that, you know, like, I need you, parent. And it's like, no, you've grown out of that. You don't need this parent. You just, I think that you want to be there for them, but it's almost like they don't really want to be there for you. So it's hard, you know, the patience, find that patience for this person. The High Priestess, do not doubt your intuition here. With the Fool, you know, don't be afraid of starting over, starting new beginnings. Don't let this person stop you from moving forward. With the Eight of Wands, you know, fast movement. I think that things could really pick up for you. It's like things might be going slow right now, but things will pick up, especially once you start really having strong faith in spirit, you know, not doubting spirit at all, not doubting the universe, knowing that they're by your side here, knowing that they're taking care of you, knowing that they're sending you signs, messages, synchronicities, keeping that heart open. It's like, as long as you keep that patience, it's gonna speed right along here, okay? Do not worry about feeling stuck. Bottom of the deck, we have the Hanged Man. I feel like you're feeling stuck right now, especially when it comes to how to deal with this person. And I just feel like you have a lot more power in the situation than you realize. I think that you have a lot more wisdom in the situation than you realize. You have a lot more freedom. Okay, you are free to go do, see whatever it is you want, okay? You're not stuck. It's just you need to start looking at this from a different perspective, because I feel like some of you guys here still feel like a victim or still feel like hurt, death. Yes, and it needs to change. You need to transform your perspective here. You need to transform your perspective in order to see the fact that you have so much power in this situation. Like you have found some level of happiness. Like you are unbothered. You're doing well. You have the Sun card here. Success, victory, happiness, truth, warmth, positive outcome. I feel like you're standing in some authentic truth here, and this person just cannot stand it. 10 of Pentacles. Exactly. Once that 7 of Pentacles, like you're working so hard, you're putting your head down, you're being patient. I do feel like you find random you find yourself in random bursts of impatience sometimes, especially when it comes to this person. But I just feel like at the end of the day, you're gonna get to that 10 of Pentacles. And I think you need to have really learned how to set boundaries, especially with this toxic parent, because they're going to try to play you out. Okay, they're going to try to play you out of your money. Like I really do feel like they're very focused right now on getting finances. Like with the cards we pulled earlier, the King of Pentacles in reverse, Page of Pentacles in reverse. This person is like trying to get money, but by a lazy means, by not a lazy means, but like not doing the work themselves. They don't want to do the work. So yeah, lazy means, like they want to financially be handed money, I think. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So you need to learn how to set boundaries and how to say no, and how to say, I'm not giving to you anymore. Okay, especially because I feel like that's what they're looking at you as a resource. And they're very entitled to your resources. They're very entitled to you assisting them. They're very entitled to you. I just saw Drama Starter. I kind of want to get some more toxic cards. Why is this parent so toxic? An offer. I'm telling you, they want to like make an offer, like they want to make it look like they're offering you something, but it's really like they just want to get close to you to ask you, force you, put you in a position where you feel like you can't say no to this person. They want to put you in a position where they're forcing you to do something that you never signed up for. We had moving, and this was trying to show up a little bit earlier. So moving, some of you guys could be moving, some of you guys want to move out of the state, some of you guys just want to move further away from this person, or yeah, like kind of I'm hearing I'm just hearing like physical access. Like you just want to get further and further away from this person. Love on the brain, dreaming, fantasizing, daydreaming, nostalgic. And we also have cock blocking. Like I said, well, I didn't say this actually for this pile. That was another pile I was mentioning, but this person could be trying to cock block the love on your brain. Like they could not want to see you in love on top of already feeling, you know, pretty fulfilled. Travel. So we have moving and travel. I just feel like you're out in the sun, traveling, moving around, doing things, and like this person's just like sitting there, grudge holding and excited, too busy winning. I just feel like you guys are not worried about this person in the way that they want you to be worried about them. They want you to be in your head. They want you to be overthinking, stressed, overanalyzing the situation. I just saw kissing ass. This person could kiss your ass whenever they're trying to get back in. Yeah, I just saw jackpot too. They could feel like you're the jackpot. Like they need to get close to you in order to get the jackpot here. Any last messages, Spirit? Any last messages? Solitude. Yep. It's really sad that, you know, the advice here is to, you know, move forward, pay this bitch no mind. That's literally what's coming through. Solitude, you know, spend time alone because it's the environment. This person wanted you in their vicinity, in their environment, to put you in positions that would force you to do things that you were uncomfortable with, that you couldn't set boundaries with. Balance. But I feel like the more time you spend in solitude, the more time you spend in a healthier environment, the more balanced you become. All right, last energies here. We have wild and silence. I love that. I feel like you have a wild streak here, especially with the Queen of Wands. It could be very fiery, passionate. And I do feel like they could really try to demonize that wild side of you, that fun side of you. And I just feel like you're kind of stepping into silence because you're tired of being seen a certain way. So you're just like, you know what, if you're not willing to, you know, view me with eyes of love, you're constantly just viewing me with eyes of judgment. You know, I'm gonna move in silence and I'm going to go within, nurture that inner child. So relaxation. Yeah. Am I stranded on an island, or have I landed in paradise? Am I stranded on an island? Have I landed in paradise? Island by Miley Cyrus. I feel like there's other songs coming through. Why am I hearing Love of a Child by Jason Mraz? It's so cheesy, so cheesy. But I'm gonna leave it at that. Pile number 4. Thank you for coming to the bonus pile. I hope that this energy, you know, was helpful, useful, informative. Sending you love, light, protection, blessings. Please leave a comment, like, subscribe. Bye.